Video on rice and beans. So I'm kind of halfway getting it ready. But then I kind of thought, well, I might as well just start it and carry on talking and putting things together. So I was watching something, and they were cooking rice and beans. It was actually a comedy. I didn't laugh. So is it really a comedy? I don't know. It was supposed to be funny. There was kind of some funny bits in it. It was nothing to laugh out loud. But anyway, I was watching it, and this guy cooked rice and beans, and the woman complimented him on his rice and beans. She says, "Oh, this is lovely," and it was just kind of like, "Oh, it's just rice and beans." So I just kind of thought, well, let's have a go at rice and beans because I like cheap food. So 2 cups of cheap rice. The white Smart Price rice. I haven't washed it, and I'm just frying it off in a little bit of lard just to get it completely covered. Don't think that container's going to be big enough. And then I've cooked some black beans. So it's 1 cup of black beans. I bought them in the supermarket ages ago, and I was just kind of curious, and I kind of thought one day I'll get around to cooking them, and so today seems like a good opportunity. Did I say I'm frying that in lard? Yeah, I'm frying that in lard. Quite a generous amount of lard as well. I want some cheese stock cubes, so that's okay. And then I've got it's like 4 medium-ish onions. Everything's falling to bits, so about that size. So what does that weigh? Let's get the weighing scales out. We'll get an idea, and I've done 2 carrots as well. I've fried that off in a bit of lard as well. That's 100 grams, so it's about, I'd say, 400 grams of carrots, 400 grams of onions. No, it's not. It's about 250 grams worth of carrots, and about 400 grams of onions. So coating that in the lard, and then I've got a tin of tomatoes as well, which all the recipes that I saw online had tomatoes in. So I was kind of like, okay, I couldn't see a reason for putting tomatoes in, but then everyone seemed to be doing it, so let's put some tomatoes in. And then, so we're basically going the ratio of 2 parts. No, we need more water than that, don't we? Yeah, so we need I don't think that container's going to be big enough. We might have to split this into 2. Or 2 and a bit. But we'll kind of see how we go. So that's 1 amount of water. Fill out. That's 2 amounts of water. And then 3 amounts of water. Yeah, I think this is going to need to be a bigger thing than that. Once you put the beans in as well. So that's 3 in, and then 2 stock cubes. And we'll bring it up to the boil. And we might have to put it into a... it's just something falling over. 2 stock cubes. And then we'll give it a taste. Put in some salt in as well. If we're putting that much liquid in. Now it's going to need 3 stock cubes. As an idea. Yeah, we're going to need 2 containers for this. Definitely going to need 2 containers. Don't know how I'm going to split that. That made far too much. Oopsie. I thought about cooking it like a risotto, but then I had second thoughts. So we'll just make far too much. So we'll bring this up to the boil, and then it'll cook quicker, and then we'll braise it slowly in the oven. So I've got an idea how to do this. So what we'll do is, we're going to put any herbs and spices in. I don't think so now. So let's put half these carrots and onions in here, like that. Like that, and then half the beans in each. That's about that. Just creating some fucking towels. Let's just see if that is the right amount of liquid. If cooked, yeah, it's about right. So that is about 3/4 of the amount of liquid in there. So that's about right. So 2 cans of water, 1 can of tomatoes is about the right kind of ratio of liquid for that amount of rice. It needs to come off that. And then, have I got any spices? Do I want to put any spices in? I don't think so. We'll put some pepper in. Pepper in there. It probably wants to be a little bit spicy, but probably nice with some ginger in and some garlic. But I'm just having a play around at the moment, and the majority of the flavour can come from the chicken stock. I would have liked to have used ham stock in it, but I didn't have. Like, people haven't got ham stock at home. Like, I've normally got some ham stock kicking about, but I didn't have any. So, Bailey's in, and lots of useless herbs. I don't really want to put in. I don't want to put cardamom in. Do I put cardamom in? No, let's keep it straightforward. Let's just do salt and pepper and stock cubes as a seasoning. Then that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? And then we're going to put tin foil on the top of it, or aluminium foil, whatever you want to call it, or aluminum foil, if you want to call it that. And then we're going to bake it in the oven until it's cooked. I'm not bothered about washing the starch out of the rice, because I think I'd quite like it to be a little bit thick and a little bit gloopy is probably the right kind of word. Like, I think it's getting a bit cooler now, and I just kind of think, the weather-wise, so I just kind of think something like thicker and heartier would be kind of quite nicer, in my opinion. The stock's not particularly melted very well. I really should taste it. Should have done a better job of melting the stock, shouldn't I? Yeah, I need more salt. Because we've got to season the beans and we've got to season the vegetables as well. So that seems like a lot of salt we're putting in there, but it's not. And it's going to be a lot. There'll probably end up being about 8 portions. And then what do we reckon? I reckon about 180 for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, something like that. So, but if we're heating this up and bringing this up to the boil, it'll speed up the cooking process. We shouldn't really be moving it around, but we'll trust that the fat is going to keep some of the starch in the rice. That stock's not melted at all. And it's cheap rice, so who knows what's going to happen with the cheap rice. Right, so turn that off. We do it this way, so we do one into one and one into the other. We should get a rough kind of idea of getting the right amount in each, I think. Might need to add some more water. Half in there. Half in there. Out of the way. And then I did have that spoon. So mix round. I need some more liquid. You can always add a bit more. It doesn't want to be wet when it's cooked. It wants to be all absorbed. So the cooking process has already started. So if we have to add a bit more water, we can always add a little bit more through the cooking process. Yeah, that's about right. So up there. Good. Taste. Yeah, plenty of seasoning. All on top. Nice and tight because we don't want the liquid to escape. And then in the oven for 40-50 minutes, something like that. 180 fan, I think. And we'll see how it turns out. I've had to add more water. So they are cooked, they've absorbed everything. So give it a turn over, and then that stock that might not have mixed in better. I mean, don't know, it's almost a peel off, isn't it? So it was like another, how much? I had to pour some water. So like another can's worth of liquid, so whatever that is, I'll work it all out. How does it taste? It's nice. It's certainly going to be a cheap meal. Certainly going to be a cheap meal. I think it would have been nice as a risotto as well. The cheap rice, it's all right, but it has a habit of being like overly sticky. But that's fine this time of year. Something a little bit more warm and hearty. Well, it's only half an hour, so we'll have another go at some point, and we'll kind of see. I'll do a bit more research instead of just having a go at something, and we can get like I'll have a think about it, and we'll get a better kind of recipe. But it's not that dissimilar from a pilaf, is it? You know, it would have been nice with a bit of meat in it. So what have we got? 5 good size portions. 5 good size portions. I think. Yeah. Nice. It works. It's cheap. So, I may have been not entirely enthusiastic about this. I've had a bowlful, and it's actually really nice. It's actually really, really nice. It's not, obviously if you use better quality rice, the rice won't stick together as much, but I quite like sticky rice. So, I think it works really well. And I think it'd be nice with a bit of yogurt sauce. I haven't made any yogurt sauce, but I have got some homemade yogurt. So, I think a little bit of, made a mess. A little bit of yogurt on it would make it even better. So if I put some herbs through the yogurt and made a yogurty sauce, I think that'd be absolutely delicious. So yeah, I think it's really nice. And it's quite simple, and it's relatively easy. You could make it as a risotto, or you could do it just like this, bake it in the oven, and it's really nice. It's really nice with a bit of yogurt as well. So, I saw a many yogurt sauce somewhere. But anyway, yeah, it's a winner actually. I'm really pleased with it. And cheap rice, cheap beans, bit of vegetables, some stock cubes, tin of tomatoes. There's not much cost in there at all, and it's a really filling, substantial, delicious meal.